My offensive and defensive ebooks are available on hotroute.tips. Make sure you head over and check them out if you're looking for my full professional level schemes. And also, if you're looking to buy sports or concert tickets, make sure you head over and check out SeatGeek. It's linked in the description. If you use code THROWN at checkout, you get $20 off your order. Welcome back to another Madden 20 tips and tricks video. Now today we're going to be taking you guys through 5 of my favorite free tips to help you stop the run. Now if you've played Madden 20 online at all, you know that the run is very effective. A lot of people are running, they're running often, they're running effectively. We need to have a game plan in order to stop the run. Basically, we got to blow it up for, 0 to 3 yards every play, or we got to blow it up in the backfield and get them in a passing situation. You get a runner in a passing situation, I swear to God, I swear it's like they're blindfolded. They can't see a thing. They're blind. Yeah, you might drop the picks, but they're going to throw right at you every time they try to pass. Most runners cannot pass. That's the least of my concerns when I face a runner. My concern is stopping Ezekiel Elliott, stopping that arm bar, stopping whatever it may be. And again, today we're going to go over my 5 free tips that will help you stop the run in Madden 20. Now, quickly before we dive into the video, I did want to talk about, a lot of people are going to be like, can you just post your run defense setup? That's going to remain for members over on hotroute.tips exclusively, probably for the rest of the year. That is probably the best run defense in all of Madden 20. It's incredible. Talk about locking up every I-form, single back, strong, weak, whatever it may be. That locks up runs. We just released it over there on hotroute.tips for members only, exclusive to members. We also happen to have one of the best pass defenses in the entire game, as well as a defense that blows up inside zone out of shotgun, out of that exact same pass defense. So it's extremely effective against all shotgun runs and all shotgun passes. I definitely recommend you guys go check out hotroute.tips if you do want to step up that game, finish top 100 in Weekend League, start beating your friends, whatever it may be, no matter where you are in Madden. You want access to what the top Madden players are doing, it's going to be over on hotroute.tips. Definitely go check that out. Also, I am wearing a Throne shirt. I don't think a lot of you guys know I have merchandise. It is right below the video. Definitely go check that out as well. Done selling out. Let's get into the tips. So, starting off on defense, tip number 1. I'm just going to call cover 3 sky right here out of 3-4 odd. And remember, all 3 of these 5 tips are going to be pretty much universal to whatever you run, whatever you like to run. And then on offense, I'm going to come to one of the most popular formations in the game for running the ball, I-form H-tight. I'll come out in halfback ISO. This works against any dive or ISO. You'll notice in cover 3 sky right here, if we take this Anthony Barr position, which is already blitzing, you can do it, if he was in a zone, you could re-blitz him too by clicking A and down on the right stick. But he just needs to be blitzing, and you need to drag him out right about right here where Harrison Smith is. So when he's in this spot, it's about 5 yards off where the tackle is. Then you need somebody to occupy the tight end. Harrison Smith being right there is perfect, okay? If the tight end gets occupied by Smith right here, Anthony Barr is going to come in and shoot halfback ISO or halfback dive pretty much every single time. I like to use my free safety against the run because I'm not concerned about them bombing me. If they are, I can get back in time. But yeah, I think it helps me bring up an extra defender in the run. And you'll notice here against halfback ISO, Anthony Barr is going to come in right free and blow him up in the backfield for a loss of 2. Now, the CPU doesn't have the world's greatest run stick. I'm just clicking A for the snap, and then it's up to the CPU to run the ball. I think they could have done a little bit better of a job on that, but the concept is shown. Watch right here. Witten goes after Harrison Smith. Oh, and then Ezekiel Elliott's going to break a tackle. He's actually going to get a nice gain. But Witten goes after Harrison Smith, and then Anthony Barr shoots that run. And you can pretty much show it every single time against any dive or ISO. As long as that tight end gets occupied, you're going to be able to get pretty much a free stop for 2 yards or less. Or unfortunately, we had a broken tackle by Zeke. Zeke will do that, though. But yeah, this is one of the easiest tips. You just need a blitzing outside linebacker. It's a meta thing that a lot of pros are doing. They're moving that blitzing outside linebacker out wide, and then he shoots the gap on dive or shoots down on dive. And honestly, if you're struggling against halfback dive, put this into your arsenal. You're going to start blowing it up very often, very consistently. Definitely one of the things that changed my defensive approach when I'm facing run-heavy players. That is tip number 1. Have a blitzing linebacker or corner coming off the edge. Someone that's able to get into the backfield against dive. It does actually help against stretch as well, but it's particularly effective against halfback dives. Now, we have that covered. Tip number 2. Notice how I was in zone coverage for this play. I'm just going to have you take a look at the 3 safeties in zone coverage, okay? So I guess there's 4. Harrison Smith right here. But look at Harris, Rhodes, and Waynes, okay? Right here on this run. They're all going to go backwards. And they're all just going to keep going backwards, okay? They're all going to take steps, 4 or 5 back in their cover 3 shell. That doesn't help us against the run game. So I'll audible to something like pinch bucko, something where we're in man coverage. And it's not the alignment that changes it. It could be the same alignment. It doesn't matter. And you're going to say, oh, well, a lot of people are blitzing. What if I do something like this? Okay. We have just 3 people blitzing. And I'm going to use our Kendricks from right here. They might bust this run. Who knows? I'm not saying this is good run defense, but I'm saying it's going to be better than if we were in zone coverage. These man coverage defenders step up to the run pretty much immediately. It's not as good as it was last year. If you manned up safeties last year, they were incredible. It's still really good, though. And if you're really struggling against the run, you need to be in cover 0, cover 1, something where your defensive backs are in man coverage. And we'll notice, look at the steps now. They're all coming right up to fill in the hole. We blow it up for a gain of 1 or 2. Extremely important that we're playing man coverage against guys that cannot pass the ball. Now, some formations may have a cute man beating route. Say that, let's just say for instance, I form tight has some sort of cute man beating route on the right side. Say it was just like, say they had a double move or something like that over on Amari Cooper right there. What we do is to combat that is coming out in something like cover 0, and I'll go back to having a play art where only 3 guys are blitzing, and you can put that outside corner on the right side in a deep third. That's YY to adjust your DBs individually. Click B and then up on the left stick for an outside third. And that puts him in an outside third. He won't get cooked over top ever by a double move or anything. And now it becomes my responsibility, say I'm using Harris, it becomes my responsibility to take the middle in case he's on a post or something like that. And again, you'll notice, say I'm using Harris now, it's not going to be this. Oh yeah, they're in a pass play. Oops. Those 2 other defensive backs, though, are going to come up and play the run immediately rather than take their steps into their zone, which puts me into a perfect position for number 3. Tip number 3. Say we did the exact same defense. We come out and pinch bucko, and then I'm going to, again, I'm just doing this just to show you guys that we're only going to be blitzing 3-down linemen, that it's not the, the extra linebackers blitzing, it's the DBs that are important in terms of playing the run here. And say we, again, put Trey Waynes in, I think that's Trey Waynes over here, yeah, in a deep third. The way I could get him to come up and play the run essentially instantly is by clicking the right stick in once I see it's a run play. He will come, he's going to be the nearest defender not in a run fit, and he is going to come diving after the ball carrier. Again, this is a tip that was useful in Madden 18. It wasn't really prevalent in Madden 19, but it's good again this year. And you'll notice, say I just run a dive or an ISO right here, and I'm not going to do it. He goes, takes a few steps back, plays it a little bit slowly. Now, if I do it and click the right stick in the way we were talking about, like this, so we got the same shell. I'll do the same. Here's the same shell. I come up here with Harris, and right on this snap, I'm going to click this right stick in, and boom, look at him. He comes in instantly, right when I click the right stick. Notice how different that was from 1 and 2. I can even go show you an instant replay. So we're essentially getting no penalty for having him in a zone. Look, he comes in instantly. That is in a deep third right there. He's supposed to take those steps back that he was originally. So those first 3 tips, really gonna step it up for you. Number 4 is kind of a personnel type of thing. But if you have the option for it, it's gonna make your run defense incredible. So the reason why we're using the Minnesota Vikings is not because they're a good run defensive team. They are. But the main reason is because of Harrison Smith. Now, it's not that Harrison Smith has high hit power. I'm going to sub him into this free safety position now. That's actually where I would play him. But it's because he has the X Factor passive ability, Enforcer. And Enforcer means that essentially every single time that you have an opportunity to tackle, the CPU will hit stick him. Or if you hit stick him, they will lay wood. They won't miss a tackle. They won't get arm barred. They won't get faked out. It is awesome. So I'll show you a perfect example. I'm going to come to halfback stretch, flip it with Ezekiel Elliott here. This should give me a one-on-one with Harrison Smith on the left side. And for this 4th tip, essentially, is to use an enforcer. Teams that I know have it. The Vikings, Harrison Smith have it. Jets, Jamal Adams has it. The Falcons, Keanu Neal has it. I think those are the only three in regs. The Vikings are the best of those 3 teams. But if you're in Mutt, you can also get Enforcer on Pat Tillman, Willie Lanier, Patrick Willis. There are a couple other, Howie Long, Jesse Tuggle, however you pronounce his name. There are about 5 guys that get Enforcer. And basically, I think I'm running stretch to the left right here. It's hard to do this when you have 2 hands. Hopefully we get a free shot with Harrison Smith here, and we're not gonna. But if we're able to bring him up to the ball carrier, I don't even have to manually hit stick. I can, but I can just click B and let the CPU do the work for me. It's kind of crazy. I'll just come way out wide with Harrison Smith and try to get a one-on-one right here. Boom, right there. See, I'm not even clicked onto him. I come up to the player. I don't even have to manually hit stick. The second that I'm about to be able to make a tackle, I'm clicking B and clicking off him. Super bummy, super skillless. But if you want to take advantage of a player like Harrison Smith with Enforcer against these people that are spamming armbar with Zeke and just shoving everybody's souls into the turf, just click off, click B. The CPU will do the work for you. They will not ever miss a tackle. They will hit stick literally 100% of the time. Halfback stretch again. Get there, Harrison Smith. Make the play. There we go. Boom. I click off, and he hits him again. And it's not even a good angle for a hit stick. He's basically hit sticking him almost from behind. And now he's got this little reinforcement thing activated. He's about to go all Yu-Gi-Oh! On Ezekiel Elliott. Watch this. I run the ball out wide with Zeke, and here comes Harrison Smith. I don't even know what reinforcement does. I just know it's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Ability, okay? And I'm out here, I'm collecting the best trading cards. And Harrison Smith is one of the best ones in the game. He's one of my favorite players in Rags. Definitely start looking into using Enforcers on your team. Now, tip number 5 is something that's pretty universal to every single run, but it's not done the exact same. You're gonna have to lab it in your defensive formation or against certain runs. But for instance, I know against halfback ISO, I can essentially take Harrison Smith and bring him into here out of cover 3. And when they snap this ISO, I can shoot the gap through the left side and get a free shot on Ezekiel Elliott by coming through and hitting him just like that. And it's a perfect example of something I've labbed. Shooting through holes in the run game is always going to be something that's prevalent in Madden. And I do it right there again. That's 2 for 2 right there. Something that you can do against almost any run, any formation. It's just going to be different depending on the defensive formation you're in, against the run that you're against. It's particularly hard against ISO because they have a lead blocker, so I have to avoid Alawale when I do it as well. I actually didn't get a hit stick there. That was really, really weird. Maybe I clicked off like a little too late or something, and my user got into a conservative tackle animation because I ran him into it. But basically, you know, I can come through there and hit stick him every time. I should have done this for the Harrison Smith hit sticks example. And there are probably other ways to shoot this run. I'm trying to think of what else I could do. I could probably hover right here in between these two. No, I can't get that. But there are definitely other ways. Usually it involves hiding between 2 players that are going to occupy a couple linemen. Again, it's something that's going to be very different depending on the formation that you're in or what you're playing against. We actually have a bunch of examples of it over on hotroute.tips for members only. And again, if you want access to some of the highest talented, the most elite Madden 9s in the game, definitely go check out hotroute.tips and see what we have over there. I promise you will not be disappointed. We have the best run defense. We have some of the best pass defense. We have, I think, 4 or 5 different offenses over on the website, all of which are very effective for passers, particularly. There are also a lot of good run plays as well. But if you're struggling passing the ball in Madden, you want to learn and grow as a Madden player, hotroute.tips is definitely the place for you. Definitely go over there and check it out. Now, if you're new to my channel, hopefully you enjoyed this video. You were able to take something away from it. I appreciate you letting me sell out for a bit of this video, but you know, that's what helps me do YouTube full time at the end of the day. That is my primary source of income. It's not YouTube, it's running Hot Route, and that's where most of my work goes, is into the website. So I appreciate you guys dealing with that, and thank you so much for checking out this video. If you do like Madden content, this is going to be the place for you. Consider hitting subscribe, and if you did, you know, pick up on something that was new in this video, hit that like button. I want to aim for about, let's go for 1,000 likes on this video. Something, you know, a pretty high goal. I'd love to see 1,000 likes on this video though. And then leave a comment. I try to respond to pretty much every single comment from you guys down there. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Side note, there's probably a gameplay of me using these tips. And if you've come to this video a day or 2 after it was uploaded, you should go check that out.